Thank you for watching my channel. Please subscribe and like. Now back to the news. A miracle occurred Wednesday in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. For the first time in years, the cast of Jersey Shore descended upon the town's boardwalk, a span of the Garden State Beach that feels like holy ground, with their names, faces, and iconic catchphrases emblazoned on t-shirts, towels, magnets, and more merchandise, as if they were canonized saints. When beachgoers caught wind that most of the odd crew had gathered at the shore store, the cast's place of work on the early seasons, for a Page 6 photo shoot, they came in droves to worship their fist-pumping idols. "It's crazy, so much nostalgia," an astonished Vinny Guadagnino told Page 6 after a crowd of fans amassed outside the souvenir shop. Local police eventually arrived as backup to protect the reality stars. "This is a homecoming," he added, smiling at his old boss, shore store owner Danny Merk, who appeared both bewildered and amused by the chaos outside. "And Sammi's back in all of this, which is the craziest part." After an 11-year hiatus from the franchise, Sammi's sweetheart Giancola finally decided to take part in Jersey Shore Family Vacation for Season 6B, premiering Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on MTV. In 2018, 6 years after the original series concluded, Guadagnino, Nicole Snooki Polizzi, Jenny Chua, Dina Cortez, Mike the Situation Sorrentino, Paul Paoli di Del Vecchio, and Ronnie ORTIZ-MAGRO, Giancola's ex, signed back on for the reboot. Angelina Pivarnik also eventually came back full-time. Giancola, 36, opted not to join, letting viewers know that she wanted to avoid potentially toxic situations. Her tumultuous relationship with ORTIZ-MAGRO, 37, underlined her first round of the unscripted drama. But now Giancola is ready for a new beginning. "I know there was drama and craziness and not all great times for me back then, but I'm hoping maybe this time around will be a little bit different," she told Page 6. "I'm more mature and I want to handle situations differently than when I was 22 years old." Giancola, who now shines in the center of the updated JSFV promo art, said she missed my old friends and the experience of filming. "But I hadn't really spoken to anybody in a long time. So it was definitely nerve-wracking." She'll stick with it for however long everybody does it, but knowing there is freedom to escape is a relief, especially now that ORTIZ-MAGRO has assumed a reduced role, after taking a break to focus on his mental health and sobriety. "I'm just hoping that all goes well this time around. And if it doesn't," she said with a laugh, "I'll just leave again." Giancola came back into the fold via castmate Pivarnik, who encouraged the Sweetheart Coast boutique owner to consider a return. Strategically, she used ORTIZ-MAGRO's then intact pause from production as a selling point. "I like that I was actually able to pull it off, and everybody else couldn't," Pivarnik, 37, boasted, acknowledging frequent and largely ignored attempts from cast members and producers to persuade Giancola to come back. "She and I always had a bond." Pivarnik revealed that she was instructed to keep Giancola's advent top secret before MTV broke the news in March. "The producers really were amazing about not telling anybody," recalled Pivarnik, who was delighted by the cast's aggregate shock when Giancola arrived to Pennsylvania's Poconos Mountains. Everyone's mouths were on the floor. However, unbeknownst to Giancola and Pivarnik, ORTIZ-MAGRO had also quietly reached out to Sorrentino, 41, expressing his wish to reconcile with the group after an extended period of estrangement. "Ron eventually comes in and then, the mediation had to show up," joked Sorrentino, who was happy to coach ORTIZ-MAGRO through the first steps of his reprisal. "My specialty is dealing with addiction, dealing with mental health, dealing with making mistakes in your life, and trying to mount a comeback," the reality check author elaborated. In 2019, he served prison time for tax evasion and waged a hard-won battle with substance abuse. "So I definitely tried to take the lead during that particular moment for everyone, just to make sure that we're all in a good spot." Del Vecchio, 43, who, like ORTIZ-MAGRO, was unable to participate in the Seaside shoot, told Page 6 over email, "I just know he and Giancola had a lot to catch up on, to say the least." It remains unclear if Giancola and ORTIZ-MAGRO are united while filming the forthcoming installment, which took place in the Poconos, Orlando, and Atlantic City, but executive producer Sally Ann Solsano teased pretty intense scenes, addressing the prospect of a crossover. "You have to wait and see, but you will see some stuff. It's not like Snuffleupagus," she said, using a Sesame Street reference to assure that the issue is not treated like a figment of fans' imaginations. Solsano emphasized that she understands there is an expectation from Jersey Shore devotees for a reckoning of sorts. "That conversation on camera," she said of telling the cast about ORTIZ-MAGRO's possible return. "Everybody's involved and it's real. We handled this question on camera because not even I knew how it was going to go when it came up that he may come back or come visit. Salsano, a reality TV vet who's also helmed a shot at Love with Tila Tequila, Party Down South and the succession of Jersey Shore spin-offs, said that efforts were made so that Giancola felt comfy as her entry converged with ORTIZ-MAGRO's. Still, Giancola said she never knew what to expect. Every day I'm like, what the hell is next in this house? There's always something. Giancola had current beau Justin May to help her maneuver through any surprises, on screen or off. The former Karma nightclub employee who first noticed